All right, guys, welcome to our Wednesday night leadership mastery call. I'm always excited about our training calls, super excited about our training calls. It's already, the first week in July. And when I tell you this time is just flying by, okay? But we have work to do, and I'm super excited that, I'm not the host. I'm not the trainer this evening. I'm the host, but the gentleman that I'll be introducing this evening, he is a master when it comes to building this business. And I met him 10 years ago at a time where I was looking for an opportunity. And I'm so glad that I said yes, but not just that I said yes, because I said yes before, but I said yes with the right person at the right time with the right opportunity. So this gentleman is originally from the Bronx, New York. Okay. He was a high school graduate, a former U.S. paratrooper, a blue collar worker. He came from very humble beginnings, guys, but once he made a decision that he wanted something more for himself, something more for his family, something more for his community, something more for his people, he went on to become a successful serial entrepreneur and, of course, a highly sought after coach, mentor, and speaker, like literally coaching not just us on this line, but coaching thousands of people around the world. And I'm super excited that he is one of the visionaries of Unity, and Unity stands for you and I together. Yes, because we can do so much more together than we can ever do apart. And so I am going to move on out of the way of greatness and bring to the line none other than the millionaire mentor himself, Mr. Jason L. Scott the first. Mr. Scott, are you there, sir?
I guess answer is yes. Okay, great. Can you guys see?
Okay.
All right. Excellent, excellent. Listen, I appreciate you as well. You're such an amazing leader yourself. You're a superstar. Not just in my book, but in the book of many people as well. Because you've gone on, you use the same information not to just have success in this business, but you've gone on to create other businesses as well. Like I've told many people before, from the coaching and training that we've done, you utilize a lot of the strategies that we teach because our teaching doesn't just involve network marketing teaching. It's business 101. It's marketing 101. It's affiliate marketing 101. It's not even network marketing training. It's just business training. And you've been able to utilize that and gone on to start multiple companies and businesses yourself. Matter of fact, I used one of your products just now, just so thank you for that amazing say all. It's like it definitely helps me with those aches and pains and things that I actually have as well. So I appreciate you. You came up with that name. You came up with that brand. You came up with the different what they call it when it's called the different flavors, Catherine. It's something that's it's a I forgot what they call it, but it's several different things. And she was able to fly out and travel and meet with some of the top people who actually produce the highest quality of that, and was able to use other business acumens to go out and meet with other people. I say all those things because Nikki, you've been such an amazing leader, but you've been able to utilize these same techniques to go on and build amazing businesses around the world as well. So I appreciate you, lady. So everybody on the call, this tonight's call is really about that. It's really about knowing that the stuff that we teach, all the things that we coach on, that we teach on, that we give people the insight on, is business 101. Yes, you can utilize the strategies and the techniques and other things that we teach to go on and do other stuff. Like it's like I said, I'm a coach, right? I got coaching clients. I work with coaching clients. I have groups that I work with. I just was texting one of my coaching clients right before this call. All right, so we have different people that we work with, different organizations that we spend time with, a lot of different things that we do to help other people succeed. And the craziest thing, as I always tell a lot of people, man, is when I do a lot of these trainings and teachings that I do, I'm working with people who are like my counterparts. They don't look like me. They come from a different background. They come from a different upbringing, how they see life and everything else. But because I've been able to learn some strategies and techniques that's across the board, across the plane, and I've been able to have amazing trainings and coaching sessions, whether it was through Zoom, whether it was live and in person, whether it was one-on-one coaching or group session coaching. And yeah, we go in with those same process. We have a great time, whether we're doing a retreat, whether we're doing the retreat and going live, or just going live right from here. Yeah, we done Super Saturdays with our company here, but when we do those events and music is playing and a lot of things are going on, we really lay it down. Now, I only say that because what I teach you is transferable. All the insights, all the information, everything that we do is transferable. It's business 101. And I've been teaching you guys to go on to build communities. Matter of fact, I even talked to Twala the same thing. I saw Twala recently started. I said, Twala, you need to start a coaching group. You need to start a group, an organization of people that you start to build with and work with and everything else or something. And I see she just actually sent me the link to something. You guys may have got the link as well because I don't know how she posted it, but I looked at Facebook and get an open invite to it. So a lot of people join different things or something because it's the same stuff. We teach people how to build a community. And with that community of people, you start giving information, free information. And from your free information, it can turn into paid information. Sometimes people will pay for a subscription because I give away information so freely to you guys that a lot of times because it seems free and freely, some people they don't really always see there's a value in it. They kind of take it as, oh, that's just another day of training. No, it's valuable information. Some that I spent tens of thousands of dollars, over 100,000 I know over the years, because I've literally been to some events where it was 20,000 for this ticket, 15,000 for that ticket. Even in the last few years, I'm going to events where it's 20,000 for me to be at the VIP section in the front and things like that and stuff, and I pay for the stuff, right? Because I've always looked for strategies and ways that I can be able to bring things back to people. It all comes back to where we are right now. Everything we've been teaching, I've been preparing you guys for different seasons, how to hold on to your organization, how to hold on to your own mindset, how to take from what you're doing with the organization you're building to still go out here and build a loyal base of people who still follow you for your wisdom, for your trainings, things that you give. And then from them, they see value that you're offering. And when they see value you're offering to them, when you start saying, if you want to come into this next level and this next organizational thing, I can actually plug you guys into this as well, so you can do what I'm doing and make an extra income. When I lead, a lot of times when I'm meeting people in the streets, many times I lead with I'm an entrepreneur and I have other things that I do as a coach and as a speaker and as a mentor, and I lead with those things first as a thought leader in the industry of leadership and personal development and personal growth. And I lead with those things first. And then I'll tell people, and I also have, I use like network marketing as one of my business modules, one of my businesses that I have to be able to build a residual income base, be able to bring additional value to my customers and clients. So no matter what you guys are doing, you have to understand that what we teach you, you're bringing value to people on another level. And because we're in this season, this has to be the season. If you were on the call that I did a couple of days ago, when I said one of the things you do during a certain, like if you have down seasons, down times, and I say down times because these may not be the times that you're out doing all the work that we were doing, like, we going around the clock, doing calls around the clock, doing things like that. We're still selling products, but you have time that you can spend time to learn more things, whether you're spending time reading, studying, getting better, learning how to communicate, learning how to talk. And this is the thing. I teach you how to get good here and to be good here and to show up here. Not just to be a 360-degree leader, as John C. Maxwell say, one of the books that I've read is about being a leader amongst other leaders. And when you're a leader amongst other leaders, many times you take a back seat to leadership. You allow yourself to be like quiet. And if somebody says, who has it, you sit back and see what other leaders say something first, versus taking leadership and then bringing your value out to the front. Sometimes you don't even show up for yourself. I'm here, but I'm kind of quiet. No, this is the space where we get busy here, because no matter what if we're in the business of network marketing and we're in the business of affiliate marketing and we're in the business of coaching and mentoring people, the best way to get good at all the other things you want to do is get good in this space right here. I was talking to Jay actually earlier today. He called me today, and we were talking about training and leadership and things like that. And he was saying to me, he said, Jason, I love the way you train on things. He said, because I train on things, and sometimes I may kind of just be And I like to have fun, so I work best when I'm working with my wife, and my wife does her part, and I do my part. And I said, well, so when you're good at other things as well, so you're just used to doing what you're doing with her, it's more comfortable in that space. So sometimes you may feel that you don't bring the same level of value without her, but you do. And he says, so, well, I've seen how you do, man. You'll be in a room and you'll be able to talk to so many different people on so many different levels. I see you in one event and you'll be funny, then you'll be serious, then you'll be high, then you'll be down, you'll be laughing, then you'll be tearful. He said, you'll be doing so many things in the room where the whole energy shifts, and everybody that I talk to always feel like they got some level and some value from what you was bringing to the organization. I said, well, I appreciate that. I said, but those things are learned things from me. I said, my normal thing is I'm an introverted person. As they may say, introversion doesn't mean you can't speak. I just introversion for me is a lot of times I'd rather not be out front as well. I too want to take the back seat. I too want to just chill. It's really for me just wanting to chill, not want to be out front all the time. But when it's business, I know I have to be. It's kind of like a job. You can be an introvert and you take your behind right to work amongst all the people, whether you work at a factory, there's dozens of people, and whatever, you work at the store and pumping gas and a bunch of people come in, you still will show up and do the work you got to do because it's work. I've learned to do the same thing when it's business. I put all the other stuff to the side. It's not about all those things because I know how to communicate. I know how to have conversations. I just allow myself to show up. So everything that I'm teaching you, everything I'm talking about, is because I want to bring it full circle that this is the time of the year that you take all the things that we've been talking about, all the trainings that we were giving, and this is the time to execute it. This is a time to show up and be a part of the organization, Coach Catherine, to be a part of the leadership, Coach Sharon, be a part of everything, Corey, and speaking out, Sonia, and bringing things to the organization and bringing it to the team and talking. And if you learn the thing and you have a chance to train the thing, talk about it, bring it to the table, post inside the groups. Because if you go on to go build other organizations or other groups, because I've seen it happen many times, they'll be quiet as a church mouse here. Then they'll go someplace else and be like, yeah, and you give all the stuff that we train on, all the stuff to feel like you now are becoming that leader, but you became that person in the space. So now I'm asking leaders to become that person in this space because it's in preparation for the next space. The next space that we're going to go into after we get through the summer is going to be into the fall. And I promise you, as sure as rain is wet, all right, people start to shift their focus after the summertime. But when they start to shift their focus goes from them just wanting to use something to them wanting to be a part of something. When it gets dark, like right now it's 9:17, and just probably reached darkness right around 9 something here. Well, I saw the last bit of light going right before 9 o'clock out here where I'm at, North Carolina. And some places still bright right now, but right here 9 o'clock is still kind of light outside at 8:40 something. People are still out. They're out doing all types of things at this time right now. They're out having fun. They're out at the come on, flies. They're out doing a bunch of other things right now, right? But when it starts getting darker earlier, when it starts getting darker around 5 o'clock and 5:30 and 6 o'clock, and now they went from hanging out and being at the beaches, or like I saw somebody on live just now on TikTok, they were walking on a boardwalk someplace because now it's vacation. Everybody's in vacation mode. Yeah, I'm walking. They just having a great time walking. All right, and it was like I guess like right before I logged on. So it was like 8 something, 8:45, whatever. They literally logging, they literally walking out and they're having a great time right now. Because that's the space we're in. And many of them now they're doing the stuff, but they still want to lose some weight. They still want to slim down. They still want to look good for an event. Like for me, we got a family reunion. I got family coming in tomorrow. They'll be in tomorrow, early tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Aunts and uncles and cousins coming in. They'll be here in the house because whenever people come in town, I like to stay here at my house and stuff. So they'll be all around and stuff. So I'll be moving around, and some of these calls, I may be outside myself. I may be in the car. I may be at a park someplace myself going live because I got a lot of people in the house. I don't try because I'm right here where I'm right here. My living room is over there. The kitchen is over on that side over here. So I'm like downstairs with people coming and going. So, but I still recognize that it's summertime. I wanted to get myself feeling good for when I'm in my t-shirt for my family reunion. I know that there's going to be all white parties coming up. There's going to be a bunch of other things showing up. There's going to be a bunch of things coming up. So people are in this space to where they will still buy products from you. I don't know about you, but I text many people, all right? Many people who've been telling me they want to come on board. They want to get in. Hold on a second. All right. So for instance, matter of fact, let me see something here. Let me see something here. Okay, Peggy, I see you there. All right, Peggy, remember I told you guys before, if I work with some of you guys and you guys, either I have met people for you, or met people through you, or whatever. So I text Charles a little while ago, Peggy, right before the call, and I sent him the banner. I sent him the banner that says it's free to join, just get your products or whatever. And then I texted him, first I sent him the banner. All right, let me show you this right here. I sent the banner and I said, it's time, brother. All right. And then after that, he didn't respond right back. That was 3:25 when I sent that. It's 8:34. I said it's free to join for a couple of days. Only buy your cleansing tea for $59. All right. And I sent that around 8:34. And I see like 9:02. He's like, okay, great. I get paid on Friday. I'm gonna go ahead and join then, and then we can put a game plan together on making a whole lot of money. So Peggy, I need your link so I can make sure that when he so text me your link, Peggy. So whenever he gets started, I'm gonna make sure I get him joined through you. Because again, he's not somebody that Peggy had I don't know, I'm not sure you talking about when we came here or not, but I know you talked to him in a previous company. He's just somebody who happened to see me on social media and asked the question. I guess I posted something. He asked a question about it. And as I was like, meet me on Zoom, like I tell you guys do all the time. Because when I said meet on Zoom, he's on a lunch break. I'm like, like a work break. And I'm like, hey, so what's going on? Let's have a conversation. And the conversation led him to feeling more comfortable. I'm asking questions, where he's at in his life, what's going on, all these things. So I'm giving you guys that everything that I teach you, I apply it myself. Everything that I coach you on, I'm doing myself. But I'm also recognizing that people will still want to join you at this time. All right. I sent that to him. All right. I sent it to my own person. Let me see. Let me see. I just text some of you guys so they got knocked down to the bottom. I sent it to another person that I said, same thing. I'm like, it's time, young lady. And I sent her the same thing. I sent her the same banner. It's time, young lady, join for free. All right. And I sent that around 3 something. And then around 4:30, she was like, oh wow, so how much in total? I'm like, about 59.46, which is what it is with just whatever. I said, you ready? She's like, yes. Then I sent my link that I always send, that I have everything's already pre-done. I send the link. I said, click that and let's go ahead and text me when you actually get your link. Right? And I only say that so once I know you're in. The reason why I want people to do it, because I have my back office set on uh, uh, it's set on waiting room. So if somebody joins, I can place them where I want to place them at. They don't just fall in. Sometimes if you don't place a person, they'll fall in if you have it set. So I want to place them. So I want to make sure that when they come in, I can place them. So I'm like, let me know. So I always tell people, text me back your ID number. But I'm saying that to you guys because you want to know when people join you. So you can know, you don't want to be, oh, Mr. Scott, the person joined. What happens is a lot of times they join, and because you're not aware of it and you just got it set for something, they may fall on the side. You don't want them to fall at. Some of you guys have people right now that ready to join. Some of you guys are not buying to be qualified because the person that you got sponsored, that you got started, they're not doing the business. You need some new people. So you need to make sure that because you're getting your people into the system right now while it's free. You get them in while it's free, it's going to give you an opportunity for you to get buying to be qualified. So make sure that you either set it onto the waiting room in your back office, so that is in your waiting room. So when they go there, you let me know if you join. So when somebody goes in it, you should be checking every day just in case, right? And if somebody joins, you can move that person to the left or to the right to ensure you're buying to be qualified. So this is a perfect time for a lot of your people who just told you they want to join before and they haven't, that this is a great time to get them in. this is important that you understand that, because I want you to utilize this moment in time to get some new people in, but also get some customers. Get some new people and get some customers, because you get some new people in right now. They can get it again. You can start working with them, buying, selling products, getting them using products. This is a perfect time to get them getting the products and being a part of a workout routine with them, being accountable with them. Hope you're writing this down. Don't just get them in during this summer months. It may not be a great time that you can have a great launch, because again, we launched in July, so I know it can happen. But if you yourself are not in this launch mode where you're ready to get busy and you haven't really been plugging in, you get somebody, now you're gonna be like, I don't know what to do. So rather than you get them in and don't know what to do, just know that when they get in, you want them to be step one, love the product. So part of that, you can make them a part of your group. You should have a group, and if you don't have one, add them to the group to where we're all working out. People posting before and after banners and other things like that, so they see other things happening. If you haven't created one, you already have done that yourself, so that you got people that you're working with over the summertime. And as you're adding all your people in July and then August, by the time people in July have results, you can use those results. Write that down. Use the results from the people. Be intentional to have people in July having results. So you can use those results as testimonials for people that you want to get near the end of July going into August. Then plus the ones who have results in July. By the time August comes in, you got the first part of August and then the last part. To hear me clearly, some states, people go back to school in August. Even though it still be kind of warm, whatever, when they start going back to school, what's going to happen is, like in the country here, I'm in North Carolina, they normally go back to school in August. And what in August right now, I remember I told you, like, the people are traveling. I got friends I see on social media. We going on a group cruise over here, going on a trip. Everybody's chilling, right? Everybody's having a great time, going out with their people, about to travel, going out to the beaches. They spending money. A lot of them spending money that they don't really have a whole lot of it. Some do, some don't. And many of them are spending it. They spend it in July. By the time they get back, by the time August comes, they remember a little bit of it. September comes, they remember less of the trip. But what they do remember is that bill that they still been paying. Some people may do it from a firm. Because don't get me wrong, some people are traveling because they've been using a firm. I've done it. I've used a firm. They say you can pay it at one time. I'm like, nah, I'm just going to go ahead and break it up. So I know how you can use a firm and it look like you balling, but you just did it on a firm trip. I've done it. So I know how you can literally travel out the country and pay for flights and a bunch of other stuff. But I know also that when people do that, they have to pay that bill too. And as that bill is added on to other things that they did a firm with in July because they want to have a good time. They bought clothes on a firm. They traveled on a firm. They got rental, all this other stuff they did on a firm. By the time August comes and kids start going back to school, and they got to pay for school clothes, and they may not even have a firm money left because they didn't do stuff for themselves and their kids over the summer. There's nothing wrong with it. People do it all the time. But many of us are living beyond means. And when people are living beyond means, when it starts getting colder earlier, and you no longer can hide by walking on the boardwalk at 9 o'clock and be looking at the water and the waves, and you're forgetting your woes and all this other stuff. And being into your greases, the word summertime, summer loving had me a blast mode. You got me? Because I know I've been there many times. I've been into that summer loving had me a blast. Summer loving, I've been there. I already know how it goes. I know how you can feel the moment. But when August comes and those bills are sitting on that table and they're looking at a stack of bills and things that they've been trying to put to the side, and they're like, now they start to open these daggone bills because they got two or three of the same ones, and by the time they open up, they realize that they shouldn't. They start, man, I got to do something. I got to do something, and when they start that I got to do something mode, that's when they start seeing that you've been posting consistently over the summertime. They've been watching you. Like some of the ones who hit me up, because I've reached out to several people. I got several people who told me, I got him, and I got two other. I sent it to that person who just told me yes. I sent to another person through WhatsApp that told me same thing. Let me see here. I was like, I posted, I sent the banner. They was like, yeah, I saw it. I said, great. I said, it was like, so how long is the, no, they was like, I said, I saw it. And I said, I said, yeah. I said, well, I'm ready to get things happening. She said, well, funds has been low. It's been really tough for me right now. I said, yeah, trust me, I get it. I said, so are you ready to get busy? She's like, yeah, I'm ready. She said, I'll be ready. I said, how long is the deal? And I said, and I said, I told her it's only a couple of days. I don't say to the 7th. You got to the 7th. I said, it's only a couple of days because I want people moving pretty quickly. After that, she's like, I'm going to give you a call while I'm doing it because I want to get in. Then she said, I want to get in on Friday. I said, bet. Now, for me, because in my mindset, I'm believing that, like I'm telling you guys, I know the space that we're in right now. I'm in preparation for me getting a whole new group of people that I can start working with now, getting them using the products now, having results now, falling in love with the products now, working with them in a separate group and things like that to create a camaraderie and a team with that group of people I'm working with. So by the time everything starts to shift and now the summertime comes in as well, because I'm gonna teach them how to sell some product with them. I'm gonna teach them to work with themselves and their group of people who are their friends that they can use their products together and work out together or walk together or say, girl, listen, I bought this for me. I'm about to lose me 5 pounds, girl. Bro, I gotta lose 5 pounds, girl. I'm saying I got some product I'm gonna use to lose 5 pounds in 5 days. What you using? Don't worry about it. I got one for me. I got one for you too. Here you go. Here, give me my money back. That's the simplest way. And you tell your person that you got theirs. I got one for you, girl. I got one for me. And because when you get in, you got two of them. Say, I got one for me. I got one for you. I got mine. Here's yours. Give my money back, girl. Here you go. And now you say that same thing to several people, and several of them buy the product from you. Now y'all all working out. Y'all all walking. You all because you have a plan of knowing that what you're doing is you're just not playing games. You really have a plan at doing this. So you know that the shift is going to happen coming August in some states and by September in other states. And when it shifts in September, people are going to be they're going to be ready to join. And when they want to join, the best people that you're going to have, the best options you're going to have are the ones that you've been selling products with. We just did a training where we talk about all the events you can go to and find events and meet people and go out and connect with and be out in the world and things like that. I just told you and coach you on all those things. Over the last couple of weeks, we had a lot of training. We'll put together your groups, and now when you meet people, you can add people to your groups. You got training and ways of the target, what you're focusing on. So you can literally find groups based off what your target is and what you're looking for. And when you're out there, you're shaking hands and selling product, and you have product with you, you can add those people to your groups. Let them be a part of what you got going on. You can say, hey, listen, I meet over here and we go walking on. Why don't you come out and walk with us? Now you can walk with people in the evening time. You can walk with people in the whatever it is, guys. Just put a plan and go for it. But just don't let the days go by. And there's no real structure or no real plan. So that's why I'm going to give you guys all that so you know that what we've been teaching on, there's a plan. And because you have a plan, there's no quitting you. That means even though it's we're in the summer months, don't let summer be vacation for you. Let this be the season that you can do the most in sales. You can do the most in samples. And because you can do the most in samples, you know there's several things. Like me and Nikki was talking today. And we were saying, let's make sure people understand about 1052. And there's two things about 1052. The company has 1052. All right, let me share with you. But this is the thing. I'm gonna show you with the company, but I want to make sure you understand it from our standpoint as well. Right? Let me see here. Give me a second here for you guys to remember. All right. So everything I talk about is leading you back to this right here. 1052 is when you have the 1052 challenge bonus, right? Complete these 3 steps within one calendar month to qualify for $50 for the 1052 bonus. All right. Get 10 customers to sample or purchase a week's supply of product for $25. All right. Inspire online purchases from 5 brand new preferred customers. That means people who are not joining you in business, just customers. And then sponsor and onboard 2 new life changes. All right. Let me see. It says 1052 challenge is available for all active life changers who certify in their back office that they have sampled or sold a week's supply of a product to 10 customers. Inspired online purchase of at least 54.95, all right, which is 40 QV or more from 5 new customers. Let me open this up a little bit right here. All right. Let me see something here. All right. You guys better see that. Let me see. All right. And then it says, let me minimize you guys because you guys are over the words. All right. For 5 new LC within a calendar month. All right. So you got within a calendar month, the 10-5-2 qualifying period. All right. 10-5-2 bonuses available to active LCs only once per month when the conditions are met. All right. So that's the 10-5-2 thing that they have going on, right? But this is important about that. The company has that additional bonus, but this is what we do with the 10-5-2. All right. For us, 10-5-2, because again, when you got a brand new person who you do want them to have some online customers, all right? And if you got some online customers so that you can't get some samples out to, it's good to have some online customers who are going to be preferred customers, who are going to purchase customers' products from you on a regular. But the key thing is this. I want you to understand and remember that this is the perfect time for us to go back to what we were doing when we first launched and everybody was buying products and you were sampling people and you were getting to, so many of you guys like myself, I got these and different things that I have that I put samples in. All right. I got samples that I can send out that way. I have the other things that we put together with these right here. When you put the samples inside the kits and you write what's in the sample, things like that. But we literally have trained and taught for this moment right now, right? So let's say if we get 10 customers, right? And we know right now we can send out samples. So think about a sample is we can either do a sample or what we call trial packs, right? So when you normally do 10 customers, we do like 10 samples. And for us, we used to give away samples. You can still give away a sample or two to somebody if you want to. You can give some free samples. But right now, I'd rather for people to be getting like a trial pack. $25 trial pack for you is you selling some product that you may already have still, right? You can sell that product, get that $25 back. You sold, it may be a little kit that you have, and Nikki, she'll get ready to kind of share some insights on this, Nikki, when I open the call up. But it's about knowing that you got a pack that you can sell, get $25 for that right there, for that sample. You want them to have several days of them using the product so that they can just not, because one sample is like really for taste. Some people may see results, but most people it's really just for taste, just for them to see what it tastes like. Like even when we launched with the GLP-1 kit, people like, I want to sample them. There ain't no samples. You're going to have to buy the kit, and there's a money back guarantee. Because the first thing people want to say, they want you to do is, I'm not sampling a pill. I'm not going to send you a sample of a pill that I have that you're not going to really see. You may not see results from it. Even GLP-1 that people do from Ozempic and things like that, some people don't see really big results the first month. It really don't go into the second month that people start seeing results. The first month, some see some results, but by the second month, once the body starts regulating and things start happening, our products may work the same way. Some people have had great results in the first month, lost 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 15 pounds, I think 12 lost like 13 pounds, something like that, 14 pounds in the first 30 days. And she said she wanted to stop at that point because she got to the size she wanted to get to. But other people have lost, like, I think like Sonia lost maybe about 3. I lost like 10, but Sonia did about 5 pounds, 3 or about 4. Her husband did about 5. And they kind of been in that space right there. And they're not finished for the whole month yet, but that's where they've been at. So some people are going to see different results. By going into the second month, you may see more results. You know what I'm saying? So because of that, people just getting a sample of the pills and this right here, they may not see results. If they're trying to think I'm gonna get a sample from that right there. But a sample they can taste, that they can use for one day, where they use the tea in the morning, then the tea in the evening time. They use the tea again in the morning, tea in the evening time. By the time they go 2 to 3 days using our samples of the lemonade, like right now we got the discount that people can actually, you got the discount that you can buy product right now. So we got Smart Ship coming up next week. So you still got time to purchase products, pre-sell a product. When a product comes, by the time you pre-sell it, you can literally ship that product off to your people. Right? You literally can ship the product to your people when it comes to you, put it in your packages, sell it off, sample it. But I want you guys getting back into that mode for us to get to the point to where if we have, let's say this right here, this right here has 25 sachets inside of it, right? So 25 sachets that you have. Right? And then of course that's 40 points. By the time when you normally buy, you normally get 2 of them, so it's like 50 sachets that you have. So you got 50 people. I mean, if you want to sample somebody, if you want to sample 25 people, you can sample 25 people too, if you want to do that. Or you can break it down and actually sell more of that right there. But the bottom line is that's like 40 points. 40 points, if you do that, let's say 40 points times 3, of course, is 120. If you sell the product and now you actually, you're going to make more money from selling by the time you bought it for $59.95, you sell 2 bags, you're going to make more than that. If we actually do this correctly, by the time Smart Ship comes next week, many of you guys can have enough that you could put about 300 to 400 volume points back into the business. If you're doing this correctly, I mean, I want you to commit to saying, I'm going to sell 10 between now and the next. Even if it's either commit to doing it between now and the weekend, or commit between now and before it's time to do our Smart Ship next week on the 10th of the month. Smart Ship is going to run on the 10th. So because it's going to run on the 10th, and that's the biggest week that we can have, that means starting on Friday, we have the first of the work week, and then the end is going to end on the 10th. And we work hard and we get busy. Our Smart Ship on that day, the people from you and your organization, that Smart Ship is going to be the cherry on top. So if you got enough people in your group that did 120 Smart Ship, let's say 400. Let's say we had about 3 people, right? 3 people who did, let me see, times. We had 3 people who did 120. That's 360 points. If you have 4 people in your team times 120, that's 480 points. If you sold 500 in volume, $500 worth of volume, that $500 worth of that you got to put back into, that's not much. But if you sold enough over the next several days, and the great thing about selling is you can pre-sell. That means you don't even have to have the product yet. You can literally pre-sell the product like we always pre-sell it. Whether you got it in your hands or not, you normally pre-selling the product. When somebody say yes, and then they say they're going to get it, you can literally order it, let the product come to you, then ship it. If you guys got the product, that's even better because you can already get the product and ship it to the person. But the key thing is knowing that on the Smart Ship date, on the 10th of this coming month, everybody's going to do their Smart Ship. This has to be a big week where if you start making sales tomorrow, so that's the 2nd, that's the 3rd, 4th, 5th. So you got about 11 days, right? Like about let me 7 days. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 7 days, 8 days. You count today that you can actually sell the product and put the volume back in along with the Smart Ship. Some of you guys got to understand this. Even if you sell the product, and some people may say, "Well, I don't have my Smart Ship money." If you sell the products and you pre-sell, when some of the people actually are sending you the volume that you need for you to put that volume back in, you got to place your order. You can place the order yourself. I'm saying you can place at least the 120 yourself, place yourself, get yourself active, and then everything else you can put into your downline, into your volume for you to actually play if you don't have the money. If you find yourself behind, you don't have enough for you to place the order for yourself. But I just want to be, as a reminder, I'm going to open the mic for Nikki to kind of be more detailed with it. But I just want to just talk in general. But I want you guys to know that with the Smart Ship week coming on the 10th, we have to be moving as an organization, because this is the key thing. We can get busy for this week, but some of you guys should already started on, like when we talked about it last week, this whole week should have been selling product, getting yourself ready. And if you have sold products all this week going into next week, and now you got enough that you got $400 or $500 or 500 in volume points that you got to order. Your Smart Ship runs with you in an organization. You made another 500. Some of you guys are going to re-qualify for director. Some of you guys can rank up and move up to director. Some of you guys can even hit executive director. But we got to use this time smart and wise, all right? Because this is affiliate marketing time right now. This is not, even if you're not recruiting people right now, affiliate marketing is business 101, buy and sell. Still selling a product or service. Even if you say I'm gonna sell something from Amazon, it's still the same thing. You gotta sell somebody else's product. If you're selling something on TikTok Shop, it's the same stuff. You're selling somebody else's product, but you're getting paid for selling somebody else's product. Here we just have an opportunity to sell the product, and if somebody say they want to learn how to do what you do, you can make money, but also build a team. Network marketing basically means it's multi levels. That means there's multiple levels that people that can get paid on selling the same product. But even if without the multi levels part of it, we still have business. We have an affiliate marketing company where we have a 50% partnership to sell the product, 50% bonus. That doesn't happen in most places. You're only going to get 10%, 5%, 2%, whatever. You're going to get a 50% partnership that you have with the company. That means they manufacture and give you 50%. That means $20. You can't beat that. And I want you guys to know the power of what we really have our hands on. So, Nikki, I know I kind of gave some a roundabout stuff. If you can streamline it, give some additional insights on exactly what we're talking about as we bring this on home, I appreciate it, young lady.
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Jason L. Scott the first, and that was definitely amazing information. And real quick, guys, and I hope that you all are taking notes. And of course, this is going to be recorded, so you can always just kind of go back and rewatch, take notes until you kind of understand. Now, as Mr. Scott was going over the 10-5-2, right? That is something that, of course, TLC has been doing. That is something that, we have in the Dare to Dream as well. But kind of taking things a step further. And I just want to, just say first, by the average of numbers, okay? And we know that, network marketing is three things. It's psychological, numerical, and it's duplicatable, okay? And we know that numbers don't lie. Men lie, women lie, babies lie sometimes, okay? But numbers, they just absolutely do not lie. So just based off of the numbers, okay? The reason why they say 10-5-2 is because if you are sampling 10 people, okay, we know that half of 10 is 5. We know that from our training. When we say, you want to create your list of 100 names and numbers, you want to get 20 people to verbally confirm onto a call, because we know that half of the people will show and half of the people won't. So it's all about numbers, right? So if you are sampling 10 people, you know that 5 of those 10 people will actually purchase a product, right? And then, of course, out of those 5 people, half of the 5 is 2.5, but we're just going to say 2 people will actually, partner with you in business. So that's just the numerical part of it, 10, 5, and 2, right? Now, if we say, okay, out of the 10 people, 5 people, if they're ordering from your website, that's just at a minimum, 5 people order, one product, that's going to be $20. That's going to be an extra $100, right? And then if you get 2 people to partner with you in business, just on the lower end, if they get started with one product, which we do not want to start at the lowest, but just say they do, just so you understand the numbers, that is 2 people at $20. That's another $40. So you just made $140. Okay. So keep that in mind. Now, when it comes to, us sampling ourselves, right? Just making it make sense for us and making it smart. Yes, we can do it that way as well, because we definitely want to have online customers, right? But also, as we're out here in the world, we're out here on the streets, we're out here meeting people and doing things, exchanging phone numbers, just how we do, okay? We want to be able to sample people, as we meet them, okay? We want to build those connections with people, face to face as well. So it just makes sense that, just say, for instance, you're ordering, just say you order some of the tea. Okay. And if you're ordering the tea, you don't want to order it outside of your smart ship. Okay. This is outside of your smart ship. And you order some of the tea. You don't want to order it from your back office. You want to order it from somebody in your organization. Matter of fact, the last person in your organization, so that 40 volume points can rise up or ride up throughout your entire organization. Okay. We always buy from the bottom. So we're talking about 40 points, right? If you purchase, just say, 2 bags of the fruit punch tea. All right. Now, 2 bags of the fruit punch tea is going to give you 50 bags of tea. Okay. 50 bags of tea. With that 50 bags of tea, if you sample, just say you sampling 2 sachets, okay? Some people say 1 sachet. I say at least 2 sachets because if the tea do what it does, the first time it's going to taste good. The second time they go into the restroom, they're going to have an experience. So when you want to give them enough to where they have an experience, but not too much to where they don't feel like they have to purchase anything, okay? So just say you're doing 2 sachets, all right? So from those 2 sachets, you're looking at 50 bags of tea. You're going to be able to sample 25 people, okay? 25 people. So what does that mean? Out of the 25 people, you know that at least 12 people will actually purchase a product, okay? And from those 12 people, you're going to have at least, just by a sheer number of, how it goes, right? You know that you're going to have at least, 4 to 6 people that actually join you in business. And we're talking about doing this within the 30-day period, okay? So you're able to sample, let's see, out of 20, I'm sorry, not 25 people, you're going to be able to get two sachets to 25 people. That's what I'm saying. 25 people, right? So from that, right? Just think about that one bag, that one order that you just did for 40 volume points, all right? And it's going to get you to be able to sample at least 12 people and at least get 4 to 6 new business partners, okay? Now, you can even break it down even further because that same bag of tea, right? If you break that bag of tea down and you say, okay, maybe they're not ready or you're not ready, okay? Maybe you just feed them in. Maybe they're not ready to spend the $70 on the 2 bags of tea. Well, you break your tea bags down and you do 5 for 25, okay? Now, if you're doing 5 for 25, 2 bags of the 5 for 25 will get you what? Let me see. I put it down. 5 for 25, right? That's going to get you $250 in cash because 5 for 25 at 10 people, that is going to get you $250. Okay. Now that $250 you can reinvest into your business, of course, right? But not just that. Now you have a customer base that you're actually building up. Okay. So we're using this month of July to, allow people to sip, to sample, and to buy. Okay. We want them to sip, sample, and buy. So just think about that when it comes to, going into your SmartShip week, purchase products that you can use yourself, but also purchase products that you can start to sample and that you can start to make money from so that you can reinvest into your business, right? Because just that bag of tea, those 50 sachets will have you with enough inventory, okay, where you can sell people, but also when you're reinvesting, that is enough for just say your SmartShip for the next month, okay? Maybe that is enough for you to, of course, hit your next rank. And if everybody is doing it, okay. If everybody is doing the same thing, ordering from their back office, or not their back office, but ordering from the back office of someone in their organization, that will allow for everybody to rank up and to get a check. And that next check is going to get you to the next SmartShip. So everything that we're doing, it is not just for the moment. Everything that we're doing is in preparation to continue to build our organization and build our business. Okay. So just keep that in mind when it comes to the 1052. Yes, you can do it from TLC. You're able to get the samples, sample the people, and you can only order the samples from TLC through the TLC app. All right. And that, of course, is going to get you that back office money. And it's only going to be the $50 bonus plus, I think, like $140 or something like that. Right. Opposed to if you do it yourself, you're sampling people, you're meeting people, you're building that relationship, and you're getting $250 in the process. So keep that in mind. If I went too fast for you guys, I know it's like the last of our training call. If I went too fast, just go back, rewatch it, write down what you need to write down. And if you have any questions at all, please, okay, please, baby, baby, please make sure that you reach out to me so we can kind of go over things. Okay. So, yeah, any questions? Does anybody have any questions before I turn the call back over to Mr. Scott? Unmute your mic. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, no questions. Okay, so everybody got it, right? Everybody has it. And listen, if you don't want to ask, it's all good. You made it plain. Okay, perfect. So listen, if you still like later on, you start to thinking and you start going over your notes and you have a question, then please, again, just reach out to me. If you don't have my number, it is, since this is recorded, I don't want to say what it is because I don't know who might see it, right? But I'll put it in the group for you guys to actually call me if you do have any questions. So with that being said, I will turn the call back over to you, Mr. Scott.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much, young lady. And as we wrap up the call, man, she did a great job on that. And this is just a reminder, because this is one of the things about what we do is we got to remember not to get out of the basics. Our basics is retailing. Our basics is recruiting. When we retail and recruit, we also sample. So we sample, we sip, sample, and we sell the product. We sip, sample, and we sell the product. We sip, so we're going to use product to sip. Product is just, you have to sample. The person who has the most product in the field is the one who wins the most. And if you get more people using a product, and the product still work, they literally work. It's only when people put everything else ahead of their thought process versus the business itself. That means whatever you got going on in life, you let that be more important than you building your business. Then this. And again, it's not for me. You're doing it for yourselves. We all can say forget it. We all can say forget it and go on and do stuff with our lives. We all can say I don't care about this. I can go. We all can do it. We all got something else that we can do to do something. But I tell people, most people who try to do it by themselves, they don't succeed. They don't stick at it long term because they've never been an entrepreneur, don't know exactly what to do next, and they need a community to be a part of. That's why people seek out the right communities. So we have to make the community, which is why I always ask you guys to participate, because it's not my community, it's our community. I want people to be inspired by you. I want people to hear you and what you're talking about. I want people to know that you are a leader. I want people to see what you got going on. The same way I told you, somebody saw me, and people who reached out to me, they said it because they see I'm always the same person, always talking and teaching and leading and everything else. When everybody sign people up and they got what to do next, just go out here and win. What the hell? That's not a strategy. Just go. You just go win. That's not what people are looking for. They get lost. They don't know what to do. They need some conversation. They need some inspiration. They need some motivation. They need all these things, and they get that inside the community, and they get it from us. They're not from me, but from us. And each and every one of you guys have the same ability to share what I'm sharing. Because once I give it to you, you take notes, just share it. That means you can do the same thing I'm doing, because all of us, how we always say, that I'm one of the leaders? No, that's because not I'm the no. We are the founding leaders. We are the leadership. We are the senior business partners. Other people are going to come in. And as I say, the last thing to you, just recognize this business always goes. It goes like this. It goes up, down some, goes up, goes down some. But each time it goes down some. If you stop, it smashes down. But if it go up, it goes down some. But if you keep the momentum, it go back up again. It goes down some. Keep the momentum, it goes back up again. To get to the point to where you +2, +4, +8, +20, +30, +100. As time go on, you plus will be purchasing products, reordering products, maintaining a healthy lifestyle, maintaining the calls and the classes that they get on, continual education. They'll still be part of the process. A year, 2, 4, 6 years. There's people who I got started in 2015 that they still in the same organization since 2015, and they're still earning residual income because they've been still in it since 2015 and 2016 and 2017. Where time is going to go by anyway. And Nikki gave you the game plan. She gave you the strategy on how to put these numbers in place. You got the right mindset to know where we are as an organization, where we are with a plan. So we're working through July and August. And I want to make sure that as the company is doing Christmas in July, and you can save money, utilize it. Utilize the Christmas in July, buy some products, use those products, sample those products, get product out to people. You can post in the chat that you're giving away samples, and you can qualify the sample by people talking to you and other things that you can do. There's so much you can do right now to get the word out, get the information out, build up your business. Because when the month starts to shift next month, we're going to be so far ahead of a lot of people who just sat out and decided when to get started again when it shifts back again. and they're going to be behind the 8 ball when you're going to be so much further ahead. So thank you, Ms. Nikki Alexandria, for dropping those nuggets and sharing the information. As you heard us say, anybody who got any personal comments, statements, anything you want to share, don't hesitate to reach out to her. Don't hesitate to reach out to myself. Make sure you hit me up so we can act. We got to do some one-on-ones. Like I said, I got people coming in, but I'm still going to be working. I'm taking a picture of all of you guys who are online right now, so I'll know who's there. All right. So you guys have access to reaching out to me, hit me up, calling me. We can schedule some one-on-ones, some sit downs. We can put some strategies in place, get back onto the whiteboard, all this other stuff to bring you back up to speed, guys, because I'm looking for everybody as we go into this next space to be leaders alongside of us and not beneath us, not behind us, not watching us, but participating in the growth of the leadership of the people of the world, because the world needs us. They need our voices. They need our leadership. They need unity, all right, which is you and I together, yes, because we're so much more together than we could ever be apart. Anyway, guys, congratulations and thank you for all you guys who logged on to our Wednesday night leadership mastery call. And I'll see you guys not just at the top. I'll see each and every one of you guys over the top. Sonia, hit me up, girl. Let's get together sometime this week. All right, see you guys soon. Bye, guys. Love you guys. I'll meet your mic to say good night.
Good night. Thanks so much, Mr. Scott and Nikki.
Good night.